It's Matt Clark at the new Matt Clark. How are you today? It's Saturday. It's a day off, and I'm loving it. Today I'm going to tell you one of my stupid stories. It's about crime, so if you're not into that, you might as well turn away now. And it's not glorifying. It's literally telling you my experience so you can learn what not to do, because pretty much everything I've done up to this point is what you would not want to do. So, it is what it is. This is about a chase. So, I used to chill with a friend of mine and basically live at his house, and I won't mention his name, but we used to call him G, but we won't mention his real name. Anyways, I used to chill with this guy hard, like he was my best friend, and we used to ride pretty hard together, but at the end of the day, we were just bad, and his mom was a rider, so she would let us use their van. And this particular day, me and him and my ex, at the time, or somebody that was kind of like a girlfriend, I guess, were riding around, just chilling, burning, and I went to pull into this plaza in Aurora and pull behind it, and I saw a cop car, and I had zero license, so I went to pull around the front, and he had kind of noticed that I had juked him, so he had started following behind me. Turns out afterwards that it wasn't that I had juked him, it was that he saw my face and knew that I was not allowed to drive. So, anyways, I pulled in onto Yonge Street, started heading towards Bloomington, and they didn't even try to pull me over, okay? All of a sudden, there's like a entourage of police cars coming behind me, blue and red cherries. And as I pull onto Bloomington, I start realizing that I don't have a lot of options. When they started trying to crash me off the street, there was never any real attempt to pull me over. It was just trying to demo derby me off the street. So my friend G is sitting in the passenger seat beside me, rolling a big blunt, and I look at him and I said, "Man, this is your mom's van. What do you want me to do?" And he just looks at me and says, "Do what you gotta do." So my dumb ass thought, you know what? And I just started demoing with him. I started smashing back and forth, and I hit a few of them off the street. And as I was going up Bloomington towards Bathurst in my 1984 Caravan, going probably no more than about 80K, literally the police cars are driving ahead of me. It was funny. It was honestly quite funny. For me anyways, probably not for the passengers. So anyways, as I come up to Bathurst, I realized that I want to cut through the gas station at Bathurst. But I wasn't thinking too much because there really is no way for me to do that. So when I pulled into the Esso gas station, I realized that the only way through was through the pumps, and there was only one open pump. So as I'm driving towards this pump at about 80K, I'm trying not to smash into the pumps. I managed to avoid smashing into the pumps, but I did hit something, and I saw liquid spray, and at the time I thought it was the pumps, but it wasn't. It was the squeegee. The problem was, when I came through the other side, the exit was over to my right when I was headed towards the left, and the only thing in front of me was maybe a 20-foot deep ditch. So the light bulb went off, ding-ding, and at the time I was a certified genius, and I decided that this 84 Caravan was gonna magically jump this 20-foot ditch. So I hit the gas and I went at it like Evel Knievel. I was flying after it. And when I hit that curb, I jumped right into the ditch and smashed. Broke both axles. Literally opened the door, took about 3 steps to try to run, and got punched in my face by a police officer. The boots were laid to me, and I was handcuffed. And at this point, I thought, I was under arrest. Nobody got hurt other than me. And this is the best result. And all of a sudden, I hear, "Get him!" And I all of a sudden just feel this teeth latch on to the inside of my thigh and just start tearing. I look back, and it's the scariest German Shepherd I've ever seen in my life. He had one blue and one brown eye and was tearing the shit out of my thigh. After they finally released his crazy bite, they had him about this far from my face, going into my face, and it was not fun. It was a scary moment. But what I will say was that I honestly deserved it. I deserved it. It was so stupid of me to do what I did. I ended up getting arrested. I got charged with 5 counts of break and enter. I got charged with dangerous operation of motor vehicle, failed to remain at the scene of an accident, and flight while pursued by police. And the problem was, at the time, this was probably about 16 years ago. One of the break and enters that I got charged with was on a Newmarket Court Crown Attorney's house, which was in Newmarket. The thing about this was, it was totally coincidental. That is my karma. And anyways, they ended up calling an outside Crown who came from Barrie, and my lawyer worked very hard, and I pled out to 20 months. So I did 5 months dead time and got 10 months on top. Now, mind you, this is only like maybe the 4th time I've been arrested. So I probably should have got a harsher sentence, but I didn't. But after that, I never got another light sentence. I regret that decision today. It was one of the worst things that I've done because I put so many people's lives at risk. And I can look back at it now and laugh because nobody got hurt. But, at the end of the day, it is something that I regret, but it's also something that I've learned from. It is not something that I would ever engage in again, obviously, because I have no intent of ever engaging in crime again, but specifically in a chase or any sort of situation which would put innocent bystanders' lives in danger. That is not something that I'm okay with or something that I'm down with, and I would always recommend that you do otherwise. I do not support or suggest that you do crime because I don't think that everybody's about that life. And I also just think that it's not something that you want to do. If you can avoid being a criminal, then you avoid being a criminal. If you can avoid suffering, then why wouldn't you avoid suffering? You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's just, it's a dangerous situation, but I can look at it and laugh. So anyways, these officers handcuffed me behind my back, take me to the hospital because my leg is torn to pieces, and lay me on my back with my hands cuffed behind my back for like 5 hours. That may have been the most painful thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I would suggest that if you're ever in York Region, that you do not do crime. York Region is a beautiful place, and the people here want it to stay that way, so they support the police thoroughly, and they have lots of money and a high budget to do so. So I suggest that if you are still a criminal, that you stay out of York Region, because you will not have fun if you get arrested here. Anyways, this was just a quick video that I'm putting out just for a little bit of a lighter situation, and honestly, I'm really trying to think about things. I want to do more, and I want to offer funnier videos, and it's taken me a little bit to get comfortable. I'm trying to come up with ideas and really try to be creative with this. I understand that, people probably don't love watching these videos, but things will get better. Either way, it doesn't matter. I am the new Matt Clark. I'm here for even just one person. If you want to get at me, DM me at Instagram. I'm the new Matt Clark. If not, just hit me up in the comment section. Like and subscribe, please. Peace.